Mr. Stylosa, now I know that you're a fan of the old Battlefield series, but that's fair to say, isn't it? Isn't it?
Well, I mean,
Bad Company 2, bit of a fan of that.
Yeah, but it's a bit older, isn't it? I mean, I was a fan of that. I mean, Battlefield 3, it wasn't too bad. Battlefield 4, though,
wasn't it?
Well, that was pretty terrible, but, you know, whatever. I digress.
Well, it didn't work. It didn't work, which is a slight issue, because, you know, games are supposed to work on launch, generally speaking.
Well, it kind of does now.
Admittedly,
like,
yeah, it's only taken how long? But it's okay. It's okay, bloke, because I'm here to restore your faith in the Battlefield franchise. I've got news. I've got news for you, bloke. News, and it'll make you happy. Because the Visceral Games, who are making Battlefield Hardline, the creative director, whose name is Mr. Ian Milham, or Milham, which is probably more accurate, he was asked. He was asked about the state of Battlefield Hardline at launch, and everything's fine. Faith can be restored because he has said the game is going to work at launch. And that's news, bloke. That's news.
What I need to say to this.
Newsworthy.
So this is newsworthy. That's some guy. My game will work on launch. Well, fuck me, Mr. Kirioth. Fuck me. I mean, who would... I mean, I just can't even... This just shows you how bad...
in the post.
This is how bad... This is how bad things are getting. I mean... Oh my god, he has to come out to say that his game is going to work at launch. Now, I don't think it will work at launch because it's a Battlefield game and it's probably going to be buggy and terrible and it's going to get smashed. We'll be there making videos going, what the hell is this? Why are you recycling assets from Battlefield 4? Because that's what they're going to do. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, Mr. Kirioth, I've got a quote from this fellow, from Mr. Milham. And he says this. So he was asked by PC Gamer if his game was going to work. I mean, it's totally ridiculous, but it's such a question I would ask. He says this anyway. What you're basically asking is your game going to work? And the answer is yes, it's gonna work. We've actually started on this more than a year before Battlefield 4 came out. We've been working with the DICE guys for a long time. Some of our engineering work is actually in Battlefield 4. And that doesn't exactly instill confidence, does it? No. And the things they've been doing since then, it's in pretty great shape now, and all that work is going to come into what we're doing.
What is that? It's in pretty great shape now. Yeah, over a year after launch, the game's working all right. I mean, admittedly, when it came out, it was a pile of shit, and it's taken them from then until now to get it to the verge of being acceptable.
I know what's gone on,
Mr. Kirioth. Now. What?
I know what's gone on here. You remember the alpha? Well, the so-called alpha for Battlefield Hardline. It was at E3, yes. And they were like, oh yeah, and you can get it right now. So everybody goes and downloads it. EA were nice enough to give us keys to this, because obviously they were happy with it. And we got it, and we were like, okay, this uses Battlefield 4's UI. This uses Battlefield 4's weapons. This uses, well, believe it or not, some assets from Warfighter, the Medal of Honor game, and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, this is terrible. This looks like it's been put together in about 2 months, but probably not even that. And it's like, what is the point of this game? They've took that feedback, because this was pretty universal feedback, and I think they've tried to change it. I think they've desperately been working to change this, because it's like, oh my god, this is going to be really shit. Wait, we can't just nickel and dime people and go, hey guys, we've just repacked the game into this ludicrous cops and robbers situation in downtown LA, where the coppers are apparently the military and the robbers, there are thousands of them. They have the most ridiculous weapons and they are stealing about, I don't know, £1 million from a security van.
Stealing $5,000 from a van using equipment that costs in excess of $100,000.
I mean, Jesus Christ. But it goes on anyway, Mr. Kirioth. We've already had one very successful beta. It was terrible. It was not successful. In fact, how the hell... Like, this isn't his quote, by the way. This is my thought. How the hell has he come to the conclusion that it was a successful beta? It was dire. Nobody I know said, oh, yeah, Battlefield Hardline was good. Nobody said that.
Everyone came away from it going, what the fuck is the point of this?
Yeah, no, nobody said that.
Why have they made this?
Anyway, he says, we're going to have another beta on every platform we ship on. We're taking shipping a working game pretty seriously. Oh, my God. So,
the fact that that needs to be said... Right, I mean, say what you like about any game developer, but if anyone in this industry has to come out and say, yeah, we take shipping a working game pretty seriously, fire them. Just fucking get rid of them. They should not have to sit there and go, well, actually, unlike other people, we want our game to work. Because that just sounds fucking dodgy as hell. That's just like, well, yeah, I mean,
you know what,
we could just ship it broken, but we won't. It's like, what?
It's like, yes, I've made this meal. It is edible. Really? Really?
I've spent 5 hours in the kitchen and I present to you this uncooked chicken breast. but it's okay
It will not
because
give
the
you
carrots are
salmonella.
cooked. It's like,
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid. Are we really at the point now where, when it comes to a major release for EA, for Battlefield, for anything, the lead developer has to be asked, is your game going to work when people exchange money for it? And they actually have to convince people that that's the case. Is that the stage we're at now? Because that's fucking dire. That is absolutely terrible. How shit are releases recently that someone's actually got to sit there and say, we take shipping a working game pretty seriously. You fucking should do. It's your job, you tosser. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, it's like a parent saying, well, I take not dropping my child on its head very seriously. No shit. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get a fucking cookie for doing your goddamn job. What the fuck? Oh.
I just don't like. Let's face it, it's going to be dire.
It's going to be shit regardless whether it works or not, because the premise of the game is fucking stupid.